Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Pavan Janardan Maharaj Ki Jai.
Vandeyam Shri Guru Shriyatam Parakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavam Scha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Paran Sahagana Lalita Shivishikam Vitam Scha Om Ajnana Timirandasya Gyanajana Shalakaya Chakshurun Milidam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Gurava Bhistam Supurakam Gurganana Sisha Sambhushitam Chintya Chintya Samasta Nipanam Shri Rupa Patanugam Govinda Bidam Ujwalam Varatanum Bhaktyan Vidam Sundaram Bande Vishwagurun Shah Divyad Bhagavad Prem Noe Bijapranam Devam Divyatanam Suchandabaranam Balarka Chelanchitam Sandrananda Puram Sadeka Varanam Vairagya Vidyamburim Sri Siddhanta Nidhim Subhakti Lasitam Saraswatanam Baram Banditam Shubharam Mareka Sharanam Nyashishwara Shidaram Vanshakopatarubyasya Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavenibhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namane Gauratavishe Namah. So we're hearing from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita by Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, translation and commentary by Srila Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. This is Madhya-lila, chapter 4, Sri Madhavendra Puri's devotional service. So now we start with text number 87. Sakala Brahmane Puri Vaishnava Korila Se Seva Madhye Sabha Niyojila Sakala Brahmane Puri Vaishnava Korila Se Seva Madhye Sabha Niyojila. All the Brahmins present on that occasion were initiated by Sri Madhavendra Puri into the Vaishnava cult, and Madhavendra Puri engaged them in different types of service of Gopal. Puna Deen Seshe Prabhu Koraila Utan Kichuboga Lagaila Karaila Jalapan. After taking rest, the deity must be awakened at the end of the day, and immediately some food and some water must be offered to him. This offering is called Vaikali Bhog, food offered at the end of the day. Gopal Prakata Hoila Deshe Shabda Hoila Ashapasha Gramera Lok Dekite Aila. When it was advertised throughout the country that Lord Gopal had appeared atop Govardhan Hill, all the people from neighboring villages came to see the deity. Ekeka Din Ekeka Grame Loilam Maginya Anakut Koresabe Harashita Hoya. One village after another was pleased to beg Madhavendra Puri to allot them one day to perform the Anakut ceremony. Thus, day after day, the Anakut ceremony was performed for some time. So that's feeding the deity with a feast for celebration, for celebrating Gopal's arrival and residence on Govardhan Hill. Said this deity was originally worshipped by Vajra, who was the grandson of Krishna. Ratrikale Takurere Karaya Shayan Purigosai Koile Kichu Gabya Bojan. Sri Madhavendra Puri did not eat anything throughout the day, but at night, after laying the deity down to rest, he took a milk preparation. Pratakale punataiche korilas sevan analoya ekramer ila lokagan. The next morning, the rendering of service to the deity began again, and people from one village arrived with all kinds of food grains. Anagrittadari dugda gramejata chila gopalera agelog aniya darila. The inhabitants of the village brought to the deity of Gopal as much food grains, ghee, yogurt, and milk as they had in their village. Purvadin Prayabipra Korila Randan Taichayana Kutta Gopa Korila Bojan. The next day, almost as before, there was an Anakut ceremony. All the Brahmins prepared foods, and Gopal accepted them. Brajabasi Lokera Krishna Sahaja Priti Gopalera Sahaja Priti Brajabasi Prati. The ideal place to execute Krishna consciousness is Brajabhumi or Vrindavan, where the people are naturally inclined to love Krishna, and Krishna is naturally inclined to love them. The ideal place to execute Krishna consciousness is Brajabhumi or Vrindavan, where the people are naturally inclined to love Krishna, and Krishna is naturally inclined to love them. Mahaprasad Kaila Asiya Sabalok Gopala Dekiya Sabar Khande Dukashok. Throngs of people came from different villages to see the deity of Gopal, and they took Mahaprasadam sumptuously. When they saw the super excellent form of Lord Gopal, all their lamentation and unhappiness disappeared. Ashapasha Braja Bhumer Jatagrama Sab Ek Din Sabe Kore Mahotsav. All the villages in neighboring Vrajabhumi, Vrindavan, became aware of the appearance of Gopal, and all the people from those villages came to see him. Day after day, they all performed the Anakut ceremony. Gopala Prakata Shuni Nanadesha Hoite Nanadravya Loya Lok Lagila Ashite. In this way, not only the neighboring villages, but all the other provinces came to know of Gopal's appearance. Thus people came from all over, bringing a variety of presentations. Maturar Loksaha Bora Bora Dani Bhakti Kori Nanadravya Beta Deya Ani. The people of Mathura, who are very big capitalists, also brought various presentations and offered them before the deity in devotional service. Swarna Ropya Bastra Ganda Bhakta Upahar Asangyai Se Nitya Marila Bandar. Thus countless presentations of gold, silver, garments, scented articles, and eatables arrived. The store of Gopal increased daily. Ek Mahadani Katriya Koraila Mandir Kehopak Bandar Koila Kehotap Prachir. One very rich Kshatriya of the royal order constructed a temple. Someone made cooking utensils, and someone constructed boundary walls. Ek Brajabasi, ek Gabi Dila, Sahasra Gabi, Gopalera Hoila. Each and every family residing in the land of Brajabhumi contributed one cow. In this way, thousands of cows became the property of Gopal. Goda Hoite, Aila Dui, Vairagi Brahman, Purigosai, Rakila, Tare Korea Jatan. Eventually, two Brahmins in the renounced order arrived from Bengal. And Madhavendra Puri, who liked them very much, kept them in Vrindavan and gave them all kinds of comforts. Se Dui Sishya Kore, Seva Samarpila, Raja Seva Hoy, Purir Ananda Borila. These two were then initiated by Madhavendra Puri, and he entrusted them with the daily service of the Lord. This service was performed continuously, and the worship of the deity became very, very gorgeous. Thus Madhavendra Puri was very pleased. Emata Batsara Dui Korila Seban, Ek Din Puri Gosai Dekila Swapan. In this way, the deity worship in the temple was very gorgeously performed for 2 years. Then one day, Madhavendra Puri had a dream. Gopalako he Puri Amar Tapana Hijai Malayaja Malayaja Chandan Lepa Tabe Se Jurai. Gopal, Gopalako Hepuri Amara Tapa Nahi Jai Malayaja Chandan Lepa Tabi Se Judai. In his dream, Madhavendra Puri saw Gopal, who said, "My bodily temperature still has not decreased. Please bring sandalwood from the Malaya province and smear the pulp over my body to cool me." Malayaja Anajena Nila Chala Hoite Anye Hoite Na Hetumi Chalaha Twarite. Bring sandalwood pulp from Jagannath Puri. Kindly go quickly. Since no one else can do it, you must. So bring some sandalwood from Jagannath Puri, Malaya sandalwood. This is there. Malayaja sandalwood. Swapna Deki Puri Gosar Hoila Premavesha Prabhu Agya Palibare Gela Purvadesha. After having this dream, Madhavendra Puri became very glad due to ecstasy of love of Godhead, and in order to execute the command of the Lord, he started east toward Bengal. Sebara Nirbandalo Korila Stapan Agyamage Godadeshe Korila Gaman. Before leaving, Madhavendra Puri made all arrangements for regular deity worship, and he engaged different people in various duties. Then, taking up the order of Gopal, he started for Bengal. Shanti Puraila Advaita Charjaragare Purir Premadeki Acharya Ananda Antare. When Madhavendra Puri arrived at the house of Advaita Acharya in Shantipur, Sri Advaita became very pleased upon seeing the ecstatic love of Godhead manifest in Madhavendra Puri. Taratai mantra loila jatana korinya chalila dakine pure tare dikka dina. Advaita Acharya begged to be initiated by Madhavendra Puri. After initiating him, Madhavendra Puri started for South India. Remunate Koila Gopinath Darshan Tararup Dekinya Hoila Bivalaman. Going into South India, Sri Madhavendra Puri visited Remuna, where Gopinath is situated. Upon seeing the beauty of the deity, Madhavendra Puri was overwhelmed. Nritya Gita Kore Jaga Mohan Basila Kya Kya Bogalage Brahmane Puchila. In the corridor of the temple, from which people generally viewed the deity, Madhavendra Puri chanted and danced. Then he sat down there and asked a Brahmin what kinds of foods they offered to the deity. Sevara Sostaba Deki Nandita Mane Uttama Bhoga Lage Eta Bhuje Anumane. From the excellence of the arrangements, Madhavendra Puri understood by deduction that only the best food was offered. Jaiche iha bogalage sakalai puchiba taiche biyane boga gopale lagiba. Madhavendra Puri thought, I shall inquire from the priest what foods are offered to Gopinath, so that by making arrangements in our kitchen we can offer similar foods to Sri Gopal. Elage puchila brahmanera stane Brahmana kohilasa bhoga vivarane. When the Brahmin priest was questioned about this matter, he explained in detail what kinds of foods were offered to the deity of Gopinath. Sandhyaya bhog lage kir amrita kelinam dwarasa mritpatre bari amrita saman. The Brahmin priest said, in the evening the deity is offered kheer in 12 earthen pots. Because the taste is so good, because the taste is as good as nectar, amrita, it is named Amrita Keli. So kheer is cooked down milk preparation. Gopinath there, kira bole, prasida namajar, prativite aichebo kahanahyar. This kheer is celebrated throughout the world as Gopinath kheer. It is not offered anywhere else in the world. Hinakali Seibog Takore Lagila Shuni Puri Gosai Kichu Mane Bicharila. While Madhavendra Puri was talking with the Brahmin priest, the kheer was placed before the deity as an offering. Hearing this, Madhavendra Puri thought as follows: Ayachita kheer prasad alpa jadi pai, swarajani taiche kheer gopale lagai. If without my asking a little kheer is given to me, I can then taste it and make a similar preparation to offer my Lord Gopal. E ichayala japaya Vishnu smaran koila hinakale bog sari arati bajila. Madhavendra Puri became greatly ashamed when he desired to taste the kheer, and he immediately began to think of Lord Vishnu. While he was thus thinking of Lord Vishnu, the offering was completed and the arti ceremony began. He's thinking of Lord Vishnu because he's thinking in his mind that he's committed an offense by desiring to taste what was being offered to the deity of Gopinath. Arati dekiya puri koila namaskar, bahire aila kore kichuna kohila ar. After the arti was finished, Madhavendra Puri offered his obeisances to the deity and then left the temple. He did not say anything more to anyone. Ayachita Briti Puri Virakta Uras Ayachita Paile Kana Nahe Upavas. Sri Madhavendra Puri avoided begging. He was completely unattached and indifferent to material things. If without his begging someone offered him some food, he would eat. Otherwise, he would fast. Premam rite tripta kuda trishna nahibare kira icha hoilata he mani aparade. A Paramahamsa, like Madhavendra Puri, is always satisfied in the loving service of the Lord. Material hunger and thirst cannot impede his activities. When he desired to taste the little kheer offered to the deity, he considered that he had committed an offense by his desiring to eat what was being offered to the deity. Gramera shunya hate base karana kirtan eta pujari karaila takore shayan. Madhavendra Puri left the temple and sat down in the village marketplace, which was vacant. Sitting there, he began to chant. In the meantime, the temple priest laid the deity down to rest. Nijakritya kori pujari korila shayan, swapane takurashe bolila bachan. Finishing his daily duties, the priest went to take rest. In a dream, he saw the Gopinath deity come to talk to him, and he spoke as follows. Utaha pujari kora dwara vimochan kira ek rakijachi sanyasi karan. O priest, please get up and open the door of the temple. I have kept one pot of kheer for the sannyasi Madhavendra Puri. Dahadara anshale daka ek kira hoy tomarana janila taha amara mayai. This pot of kheer is just behind my cloth curtain. You did not see it because of my tricks. Madhava Puri sannyasi ache hatate basinya tahake ta ekir shigra deholoya. A sannyasi named Madhavendra Puri is sitting in the vacant marketplace. Please take this pot of kheer from behind me and deliver it to him. So this pot of kheer is just behind my cloth curtain. You did not see it because of my trick. A sannyasi named Madhavendra Puri is sitting in the vacant marketplace. Please take this pot of kheer from behind me and deliver it to him. Swapna deki pujari uti korila bichar snana kore kapata kuli mukta koila dwar. Awakening from the dream, the priest immediately rose from bed and thought it wise to take a bath before entering the deity's room. He then opened the temple door. Darara anshalatale paila se kir stanalepi kiraloya hoila bahir. According to the deity's directions, the priest found the pot of kir behind the cloth curtain. He removed the pot and mopped up the place where it had been kept. He then went out of the temple. At the focal point. Dwaradiya grame gela se kiraloya hate hate bule Madhava Puri ke chahinya. Closing the door of the temple, he went to the village with the pot of kir. He called out in every stall in search of Madhavendra Puri. So the priest had a dream. The Gopinath told him that he had saved a pot of kir for Madhavendra Puri, and it was behind a curtain. The priest and bathed, went to the temple, found that pot of kir, and according to the deity's direction, the pujari took the pot of kir to look for Madhavendra Puri. Dwara diagrame gela se kiraloya hate hate bule Madhava Puri ke chahinya. Closing the door of the temple, he went to the village with the pot of kir. He called out in every stall of the marketplace in search of Madhavendra Puri. Kira laha e jara nama Madhava Puri tomalage gopinatha kira koila churi. And this is in the evening. The marketplace is now vacant. Holding the pot of kir, the priest called, "Will he whose name is Madhavendra Puri please come and take this pot? Gopinath has stolen this pot of kir for you." Kiraloya suke tumi goraha bakane toma sama bhagyavan nahi tribhuvane. The priest continued, "With the sannyasi whose name is Madhavendra Puri, please come and take this pot of kir and enjoy the prasadam with great happiness. You are the most fortunate person within these three worlds." Eta shuni puri gosai parichai dila kiradiya pujari dare dandavat hoila. Hearing the invitation, hearing this, Madhavendra Puri came out and identified himself. The priest then delivered the pot of kir and offered his obeisances, falling flat before him. Kirera britantatare kohila pujari shuni prema vishta hoila Sri Madhava Puri. When the story about the pot of kir was explained to him in detail, Sri Madhavendra Puri at once became absorbed in ecstatic love of Krishna. Prema deke sebaka kohe hoya bishmita Krishna jai iharabas Hoy yato chita. Upon seeing the ecstatic loving symptoms manifest in Srila Madhavendra Puri, the priest was struck with wonder. Upon seeing the ecstatic loving symptoms manifest in Srila Madhavendra Puri, the priest was struck with wonder. He could understand why Krishna had become so much obliged to him, and he saw that Krishna's action was befitting. Eta bole namaskori korila gaman abeshe korila puri se kira bakan. The priest offered his obeisances to Madhavendra Puri and returned to the temple. Then in ecstasy, Madhavendra Puri ate the kir offered to him by Krishna. Patra prakalana kore khanda khanda koila bahirbashe bandise tikari rakila. After this, Madhavendra Puri washed the pot and broke it into pieces. It's a clay pot of kir. So after he's eaten the kir, Madhavendra Puri washed the pot and broke it into pieces. He then bound all the pieces in in his outer cloth and kept them nicely. So the outer cloth is called Bahirvas. It's a renunciant or a sannyasi. They usually refer to this as Bahirvas, not as dhoti, because a dhoti is long. This is short. But Madhavendra Puri broke the pot into pieces, and then he bound it in his dhoti and then tied like a knot to keep it. Pratidin ekhani korana bakan kaile prema vesha hoy adbhuta katan. Each day Madhavendra Puri would eat one piece of that earthen pot, and after eating it, he would immediately be overwhelmed with ecstasy. These are wonderful stories. Thakur more kira dila lok sab shuni dine lok bidahabe mora pratishta jani. Having broken the pot and bound the pieces in his cloth, Madhavendra Puri began to think, the Lord has given me a pot of sweet, Having broken the pot and bound the pieces in his cloth, Madhavendra Puri began to think, the Lord has given me a pot of kheer, and when the people hear of this tomorrow morning, there will be great crowds. Se baye ratri se she, Chalila Sri Puri, Sekane Gopinath, Dandavat Kori. Thinking this, Sri Madhavendra Puri offered his obeisances to Gopinath on the spot and left Remuna before morning. Chali Chali Aila Puri Sri Nilachala Jagannath Deki Hoila Premeti Bivala. Walking and walking, Madhavendra Puri finally reached Jagannath Puri, which is also known as Nilachala. There he saw Lord Jagannath and was overwhelmed with loving ecstasy. So here is explained that Madhavendra Puri left quickly for Jagannath Puri because he was afraid of getting too much pratishta when the news was given out to everyone how the deity had robbed a pot of kheer, kept it behind a cloth, how the pujari had a dream. The deity told him to take the hidden pot of kheer from behind the curtain, go find Madhavendra Puri in the marketplace, deliver it to him. When this news would get out, many people would come to see Madhavendra Puri, and he didn't want that pratishta, that fame, so he immediately left that morning for Jagannath Puri. Walking and walking, Madhavendra Puri finally reached Jagannath Puri, which is known as Nilachala. There he saw Lord Jagannath and was overwhelmed with loving ecstasy. Premaveshe ute pare hase nache gai Jagannath darshane maha sukapai. When Madhavendra Puri was overwhelmed in the ecstasy of love of God, he sometimes stood up and sometimes fell to the ground. Sometimes he laughed, danced, and sang. In this way, he enjoyed transcendental bliss by seeing the Jagannath deity. Madhava Puri Sripad Aila Loke Hoila Kyati Sab Log Ashitare Kori Bahu Bhakti. When Madhavendra Puri came to Jagannath Puri, people were aware of his transcendental reputation. Therefore, crowds of people came and offered him all sorts of respect and devotion. So even though he ran away quickly from Remuna, still when he arrived in Jagannath Puri, so many people were aware of him. Therefore crowds of people came and offered him all respects and devotion. Pratishtara swabhave jagate vidita jena banshetara hoy vidata nimita. Pratishtara swabhave jagate vidita jena banshetara hoy vidhata nirmita. Even though one may not like it, reputation or pratishta as ordained by providence comes to one. Indeed, one's transcendental reputation is known throughout the entire world. Pratishtara baye puri gela palaya Krishna preme pratishta chale sange ganaya. Being afraid of his reputation, pratishta, Madhavendra Puri fled from Remuna, but the reputation brought by love of God, it is so sublime that it goes along with the devotee as if following him. Jajapi udbega hoila palaite man takorera chandana sandana hoila bandan. Madhavendra Puri wanted to leave Jagannath Puri because the people were honoring him as a great devotee. However, this threatened to hinder his collecting sandalwood for the Gopal deity. Jagannath era sevaka jata jatika mahanta sabake kohila puri gopala britanta. Sri Madhavendra Puri told all the servants of Lord Jagannath and all the great devotees there the story of the appearance of Sri Gopal. Gopala Chandana Mage Shuni Bhaktagan Anande Chandana Lage Korila Jatan. When all the devotees at Jagannath Puri heard that the Gopal deity wanted sandalwood, in great pleasure they all endeavored to collect it. So even though Madhavendra Puri didn't want any pratishtha, he didn't want any fame, he ran away, but the fame ran as quickly as him. When he came to Jagannath Puri, he was very famous and crowds came to see him. And he wanted to leave, but at the same time he stayed to do his service of collecting sandalwood. But that pratishtha that came with him, that pratishtha actually enabled him to do the service because of him being well known as a great devotee. Then everyone endeavored to collect the sandalwood and bring it to him. So actually, even though he didn't want pratishtha, the pratishtha served him in order enabling him to collect sandalwood for Gopal. And in that time, sandalwood was very difficult to get. It was controlled by the government. Sometimes I have seen these like government controls they put in things. When I first came to India, there was a government control on rice. It was not easy to get rice. It was rationed by the government. So sometimes the government, but in this case, sandalwood is very expensive, very difficult to get, and controlled by the government. Rajapatra Sani Jara Parichai, Taramage Karpura Chandana Korila Sunchai. Those who were acquainted with the government officers met with them and begged for camphor and sandalwood, which they collected. It appears that Malayaja Chanda and sandalwood and camphor were used for the Jagannath deity. The camphor was used in his arti, and the sandalwood was used to smear his body. Both these items were under government control. Therefore, the devotees had to meet with the government officials, informing them of the details. They attained permission to take the sandalwood and camphor outside Jagannath Puri. Ek bipra ek sebak chandan bahite purigo saira sange dila sambala sahite. One Brahmin and one servant were given to Madhavendra Puri just to carry the sandalwood. He was also given the necessary traveling expenses. Gati dani chadaite rajapatra dware rajaleka koridila purigo sari kore. To get past the toll collectors along the way, Madhavendra Puri was supplied with the necessary release papers from government officers. The papers were then placed in his hand. So he got the release papers to be able to take the sandalwood. One Brahmin and one servant were given to Madhavendra Puri just to carry the sandalwood. So a Brahmin and a servant. He was also given the necessary traveling expenses to get past the toll collectors along the way. Madhavendra Puri was supplied with necessary release papers from government officers. These papers were placed in his hand. Shalila Madhava Puri Chandana Loya Katadine Remunate Utari Lagia. In this way, Madhavendra Puri started for Vrindavan with the burden of sandalwood, and after some time he again reached the village of Remuna and the Gopinath temple there. So he's carrying a load of sandalwood with him. carrier is taking it, and the Brahmin's traveling. Gopinath Charane Koila Bahu Namaskar Premaveshe Nritya Gita Korila Apar. When Madhavendra Puri reached the temple of Gopinath, he offered his respectful obeisances many times at the lotus feet of the Lord. In the ecstasy of love, he began to dance and sing without cessation. Puri Deki Sebak Sab Samana Korila Kir Prasad Diyatare Bhikya Koraila. When the priest of Gopinath saw Madhavendra Puri again, he offered all respects to him, and giving him the kir prasadam made him rest. When the priest of Gopinath saw Madhavendra Puri again, he offered all respects to him, and giving him the kir prasadam made him eat. Made him eat. Say ratre dua devaloye korila shayan. Say Shratre Hoile Puri Dekila Swapan. Madhavendra Puri took rest that night in the temple, but toward the end of the night he had another dream. Gopal Asiya Gohe Shuna E Madhava Karpura Chandanami Pailama Sabha. Madhavendra Puri dreamed that Gopal came before him and said, O Madhavendra Puri, I have already received all the sandalwood and camphor. Karpura Sahita Gasiye Sab Chandan Gopinath Ange Nitya Koraha Lepan. Now just grind all the sandalwood together with the camphor and then smear the pulp on the body of Gopinath daily until it is finished. So take all the sandalwood and camphor and smear it on the body of Gopinath daily until it is finished. Gopinath Amara se eka I angahoy ihake chandana dile habe morata pakoy. There is no difference between my body and Gopinath's body. They are one and the same. Therefore, if you smear the sandalwood pulp on the body of Gopinath, you will naturally also smear it on my body. Thus the temperature of my body will be reduced. Because Gopal had complained that he was in the jungle, buried in that bush for so long, and he had so much heat in his body, and he wanted this sandalwood paste to cool him down. So now he tells Madhavendra Puri in a dream that Gopal in Vrindavan, in Govardhan, he says that since you're here in Remuna now, in Orissa, there's no difference between my body and that of Gopinath. So just take the sandalwood, grind it down with the camphor, and smear it on the body of Gopinath, and that will automatically also, since our bodies are non-different, it will also decrease the heat that's in my body, and I will get the full result. So there's no difference between my body and Gopinath's body. They're one and the same. Therefore, if you smear the sandalwood pulp on the body of Gopinath, you will naturally also be smearing it on my body. Thus the temperature of my body will be reduced. Duidana babiha na korea kichumane bishbas korig chandan deho amara machane. You should not hesitate to act according to my order. Believing in me, just do what is needed. So that was something always we'd hear. And sometimes Prabhupada would say that. Just do the necessary. Do it as needed. Do the necessary. Ita boli gopal gela gosa jagila Gopinath era sevagane dakia anila. After giving these instructions, Gopal disappeared and Srila Madhavendra Puri awoke. He immediately called for all the servants of Gopinath, and they came before him. Prabhava agya hoila e karpura chandan Gopinath era angenitya koraha lepan. Madhavendra Puri said, smear the body of Gopinath with this camphor and sandalwood I have brought for Gopal and Vrindavan. Do this regularly every day. Ihake chandana dile Gopala hoibe shita swatandra Ishwara tara agya se prabha. If the sandalwood pulp is smeared over the body of Gopinath, then Gopal will be cooled. After all, the supreme personality of God, it is completely independent. His order is all-powerful. Grishmakale Gopinath Paribe Chandan Shunyanandita Hoila Seva Keraman. The servants of Gopinath became very pleased to hear that in the summer all the sandalwood pulp would be used to anoint the body of Gopinath. Puri Kohe E Dui Gashibe Chandan Arajana Dui Deho Diva Jay Betan. Madhavendra Puri said, these two assistants will regularly grind the sandalwood, and you should also get 2 other people to help. I shall pay their salaries. Emata Chandanadeya Pratyahagashya Paraya Sevaka Sab Ananda Koriya. In this way, Gopinathji was supplied ground sandalwood pulp daily. The servants of Gopinath were very pleased with this. Pratyaha Chandana Parai Javat Hoila Anta Tataya Rohila Puri Tavat Parjanta. In this way, a sandalwood pulp was smeared over the body of Gopinath until the whole stock was finished. Madhavendra Puri stayed there until that time. Grishma Kala Ante Puna Nilachale Gela Nilachale Chaturmasya Nande Rahila. At the end of summer, Madhavendra Puri returned to Jagannath Puri, where he remained with great pleasure during the whole period of Chaturmasya. Sri Mukhe Madhava Purir Amrita Charita Bhakta Gane Shunaya Prabhu Korya Shwadita. Thus, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu personally praised the nectarian characteristics of Madhavendra Puri. And while he related all this to the devotees, he personally relished it. So tomorrow I'll continue from here with the story of Sri Madhavendra Puri's devotional service, and the conclusion of this chapter is very, very nice. So tomorrow we'll hear that. Okay. Hari Haraya Nama Krishna Jaravaya Nama Jaravaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Nama Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudan Giridhari Gopinatha Marana Mohan Sri Chaitanya Nityananda Sri Advaita Chandra Janardan Shiva Sari Ghora Bhakta Vinda Jairupa Sanatam Bhakta Raguna Sri Jiva Gopala Bhatta Dasa Raguna Jai Gosai Kori Charana Bandhan Jai Te Vignana Shamista Puran Jai Gosai Jar Mui Taradas Dasavar Pararenu Mora Panchagras Kader Charana Sevi Bhakti Sanibas Janame More Abhilash Hey Jai Gozai Jabe Braje Koilabas Radha Krishna Nitya Leela Korila Prakash Anande Bolo Hari Bhaja Vrindavan Shri Govinda Gopinath Shri Guru Vaishnava Pade Majai Amar Shri Guru Vaishnava Pad Padma Koryas Harinam Sankirtana Kohe Naratamudar Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Nitai Gora Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo. Jai Saparikara Shishi Guru Guranga Gandharvika Giridhari Ju Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvajaka Charyasta Tarasara Shishi Mad Srila Bhakti Sundar Govinda Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvajaka Charyasta Tarasara Shishi Mad Srila Bhakti Rakak Sridhar Dev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Bhagavan Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Thakur Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Satchidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Vaishnava Sarvabhauma Srila Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj Ki Jai Rupanuga Guru Bharga Ki Jai Namachari Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Shri Rupa Sanatana Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jiva Gopal Bhaja Das Raghunath Shad Goswami Prabhu Ki Jai Premzigo Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Vishvabharanya Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Srila Bhakti Nirmal Acharya Maharaj Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnav Vrinda ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Madhacharya Vrinda ki jai, Ganga Devi ki jai, Sri Navadip Dham ki jai, Sri Ram Mayapur ki jai, Saparshada Sri Nityananda Prabhu ki jai, Saparshada Sri Mahaprabhu ki jai, Sri Kuladvip ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Mat ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Saraswat Sevashram ki jai, Ganga Devi ki jai, Tulasi Maharani ki jai, Bhakti Devi ki jai, Shri Vrindavan ki jai, Shri Shri Radha Krishna Go Gopi Govardhan Sham Kuna Radha Kunda Kalindi Yamuna Jo ki jai, Samaveda Bhakta Vrinda ki jai, Shri Harinam Sankirtan ki jai, all the assembled devotees ki jai, Shri Lalita Didi ki jai, Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bo. Turn off.